All right. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Nice to meet you guys again. Well, before I get into this, I gotta ask you all a question. Radical, of course. Now, do you know that you may be doing reprehensible damage or even killing yourselves due to the food that you eat?
Yeah.
Well, of course, if you're eating non-organic food, this is what you may be doing to yourselves. Now, I'm not meaning to brief you or try to scare you, but if it helps you change your eating habits, I hope it works. So, this is what I'm going to be briefing you about the facts of non organic foods and organic foods. Now, getting to this, I'm going to be briefing about documented concerns about eating organic foods or non organic foods. I'm going to talk also about the benefits of eating organic foods. I'm also going to talk about the effects it has on your health. Now, starting on to the documented concerns of non organic food. Did you know there's a business out there called the agricultural business? Just agribusiness. So in the agribusiness, it's all about profit. Dollars. Dollar bills, y'all. Profit. All about money, not about health at all. So in this business, is agribusiness, what they have going on, it's not about you. It's not about the health. It's not even about the food. So it's getting to the point now that their food should have warning labels on it. And matter of fact, the U.S. is mandating that they do put warning labels on their food for the GMOs. And GMOs refers to genetically modified organisms. So this is your food that they mix let's say a cow with plants, something that is unnatural. So we're digesting unnatural foods that you shouldn't eat in the first place. So of these things, there's common foods that have GMOs in them, like milk, soy, sugars, even corn. So this is something you shouldn't or wouldn't want to digest. And speaking of GMOs, did you know there's 64 countries that have banned and they even outlawed the GMOs to even come in their country? So it's just something to ponder on. And I could talk about this all day. So I'll move into the next topic where I was going to speak of the benefits of eating organic food. Organic food don't have pesticides. So that's a great thing. Did you know there was over 400 chemical pesticides in non-organic foods? So if you think about it, even after they wash it, there was still residue showing up in the non-organic foods. Yeah, it's something to really think about. And this is something that children are highly susceptible to. So with this being said, pesticides are known to be linked to earlier puberty, also breast cancer and other diseases. And speaking of cancer, pesticides are also and insecticides are known to be linked to testicular cancer, prostate cancer, and breast cancer. So this is something you really want to think about when you eat these foods. And also speaking of foods, let's talk about the animals. Now with animals, the meat that you eat, organic animals, they are not allowed to be drugged up. They're not allowed to be given any type of, and when I speak of drugged up, the organic, what do you call it? The organic farming standards make sure that they are strictly prohibited from getting hormones, growth hormones, any kind of any kind of steroids. So they won't be feeding these guys or any genetically manufactured vaccinations to these animals. So that's great. So you know you're eating clean. And that's a good thing because eating clean, you know you won't be susceptible to the human known form of mad cow disease. Or you will reduce your susceptibility to Alzheimer's disease. So these are well documented facts that you might just want to be aware of when you're eating organic food. So I can talk about health issues and I only touch the light surface of health issues that come along with eating non-organic food. But I'm gonna talk about something that a lot of people who I've talked to have issues when it comes to organic food, and that's the price. So with the price of organic food, I will tell you this: I get it. I know what kind of climate we live in this type of day of age. So I would say to you, you have a great option where you can be selective when you buy organic food. Buy the organic fruits, buy the organic vegetables. Those are a little bit pricier, but cheaper than buying the organic meats. So stuff like your berries, your strawberries, cranberries, blueberries. These have thin skins, and these are the things that pesticides really sink into. Also, your spinach, your lettuces. These are the certain things that you shouldn't buy non-organic. You should want to buy these organically. So, speaking of that, I just want to leave y'all on that tip. This is going to conclude my brief. I want y'all to remember that there's GMOs and all these non-organic foods. And it's one of those things where you can pay a little bit now or pay a whole lot later with your health, medical bills. So just keep that in mind. Keep your children in mind. And ultimately, the power is in your hands. It's up to you. How do you want to eat? I hope I raise your awareness of the foods that you put in your system. So I hope this is persuading you to look at eating more organic food. So this concludes my brief. Thank you for listening. Any questions? So you guys got any questions?
I should have. I had
Well, what do you feel about the is it, I don't know if it's a co-op where you can go and you order things online, go online and order things, and then like this is my friend does, and she goes and she picks the things up, and they're all from within an hour's distance of a farm from this area, and it's supposedly all organic. I mean, is this a business that seems to be growing?
That is a business that seems to be growing. If they say it's organic, then it should be. But if she has questions, she could most certainly go out there and see how it's being raised, see how the crops are being sprayed or whatnot, or how they, because if they're being sprayed with any kind of pesticides or any kind of that type of material, then it's not.
Well, and it goes right into what you were saying about the health concerns, because she is currently going through cancer and chemo, and so now she's just like everything she buys, she tries to buy all organic.
Right.
So that proves your theory.
Is there a place where you can go, or like a Better Business Bureau place that you can ensure that what you're eating or consuming is in fact documented organic?
Now's the point. Yes, you can have Whole Foods, but it should be labeled. It should be labeled on there.
So it's standardized by the FDA.
Right. Organic. It should say organic.
Well, I've noticed that places like Giant and other grocery chains that are not necessarily affiliated with Whole Foods now have their own organic sections in the grocery store. Because Giant's a little bit more affordable than a Whole Foods. Whole Foods has great stuff. But
it's pricey. I get it. It's just try to be selective where you can, as far as putting money down at organic versus organic food.
So even small changes can be big changes.
Exactly.
what I've been hearing too of a lot of people that are growing their own things and not using, having their own gardens with, and not using pesticides. Everything's all natural to help with the price of that.
Exactly.
very informative. Thank you very much.
Yes, it does.